Emergency crews in Nigeria are searching for the bodies of dozens of people still missing after a boat capsized on Monday night. Around 140 people were rescued, but more than 100 people are still unaccounted for. The accident happened on the Niger River between the Niger and Kwara states. Police say the vessel was carrying people returning from a wedding, and it's likely it was overloaded. Well, Ahmed Idris is joining us from the village of Egboti in Nigeria, just close to there. Ahmed, just remind us what happened with regard to this incident.
Well, basically, the victims were, like you said in the introduction, left a wedding party very early in the morning. And so from the takeoff point to where the boat sank, exactly where those young men are is less than 200 meters. Unfortunately, because of the lateness of their departure, they weren't safe. So like you said in the introduction, more than 100 people have been killed in that accident, and still dozens are still missing. Now, what these people are doing, these young men are doing, they've gone into the water trying to attach ropes to the sunken boat, which is 3 times the size of this one that we have here, and use the boat we're in and 2 other boats to drag the other boat, the sunken boat, ashore, and probably see whether or not there are more bodies to be salvaged and be accorded a proper burial.
Ahmed, one would imagine that this is a terrible blow to the community there. Was there any response from the government in terms of rescue services? Were they able to get there in time?
Unfortunately, no. And the president issued a statement yesterday that he has ordered a proper investigation as to the causes of this disaster, and also send relief materials to survivors and victims of the families. Now, 72 hours since this, more than 72 hours since this accident, the locals here where this accident happened are telling us that no official has arrived at the scene yet. So what they're doing is that they have deployed their own resources, the little resources they have, to try to pull up the boat and see whether or not there are more bodies that are under the water, and then take those to the cemetery and give them a proper burial. But the mood in the town of Ebu is really devastating. We spent the night in that community, which is just some 30 minutes boat ride from here. We spent the night there, and in one house close to where we were, at least 18 members of that family have perished in the boat accident. In the house that we stayed, 3 people died, and they're still looking for more. So the mood is sort of very, very sad in Ebu village. And you're talking about nearly 10% of the population has been wiped off by this accident. And the concern now is how these people will find closure and whether or not they will recover from this. A lot of people we spoke to in that village say they don't think they will recover anytime soon.
Ahmed, thank you very much indeed. Ahmed Idris talking to us from Egboti in Nigeria.